Welcome to the Math Show Skill Drills with Mr. DeClerico. Last time on the Math Show with Mr. DeClerico, we talked about Al-Khwarizmi's method of completing the square. In order to complete the square, we consider the coefficient of x. We half, then square it, and then we get this nice factorization. X plus half the coefficient of x. That is always the factored form, and for more challenging problems than the one we did in our last video, we'll need to rely on this form. Let's look at this more challenging problem. As before, we consider our first two terms, namely our x squared and our x term, and we factor out the coefficient of x squared, and whatever happens, happens. Now I need to half then square this negative 5. And if I do that, I would get a 25 over 4 that I would need to add within the parentheses. That means I need to add 3 times 25 over 4 to the right-hand side. Now, I don't know about you, but I am not feeling like factoring this trinomial here without some special technique. And boy, what a technique we have. Remember, x plus half the coefficient of x squared is our factorization if we completed the square properly. And that's exactly what happens. X plus negative 5 over 2, pause for emphasis, squared. There's my factorization. And the rest is a bit of algebra. So we can leave this radical this way, right? Wrong, says Mr. Monk. Oh, fine, whatever. Feel free to pause the video to make sure you understand how to rationalize this denominator and get the answer. Okay, I'll assume we're ready to continue. Now here's a problem for you to try on your own. Once you complete the square, remember that neat factorization tip. X plus half the coefficient of x squared is going to be your factorization of your completed square. Feel free to pause the video, give this problem a go, solve for x, and see if you got the answer. Okay, I'll assume we're ready to continue. The correct answer is x equals negative 1 and x equals 2.5. If you didn't get those answers, consider the first two steps. Feel free to pause the video and check your work. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're feeling what this monk is feeling, check out my website in the description. And as always, be sure to click subscribe, hit the like button, and all that good stuff.